The Genghis Grill brings you the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show with head coach Lauren Montgomery.
Welcome to Genghis Grill, this week's Coaches Show. I'm Coach Pat McGrew, and we're here with the head football coach of the Bixby Spartans, Coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, first of all, I came up from behind coming a little late and seeing all those people out there on the soccer field, you know, getting ready with all the kids and stuff, all those balloons and stuff. Then I pull up and the stands are almost half full already, and by the time the game started, these last 2 weeks might be the fullest I've seen our side ever.
Yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a great environment to play. Had a great home crowd the last 2 weeks to support our guys. Fans are positive, they're fired up, their kids are excited about it and playing in front of the home crowd. So it's definitely been a good experience the last 2 weeks.
It's great to see all that red, white, and blue out there. You know, Coach, every week we talk, this is the time, really one of our favorite times, is to talk about the preparation before that game last Friday night. And it has to be somebody that helped on these, you know, the practice player of the week to get you ready for that game.
Yeah, absolutely. Two guys that just continue to, and you've heard these names before, but two guys that continue to work really hard to give us a good look during the week. Two seniors, believe it or not, but Kel Malky, who also had a great game at wide receiver on Friday night, and I guess he's probably parallels his performance in practice all week, running the scout team, practicing hard, those things. And then also Ryan King, senior safety, special teams guru that's playing for us. So those guys, we know if we put them over there, we are going to get the best look possible, the best effort. And that goes a long way into your preparation for Friday's game.
Well, it's just incredible that, you know, that starters want to get into that action to get the other side ready.
Yeah.
And then, you know, that's probably why we're having a lot of success right now. Well, I tell you what, the game was incredible. If you weren't there, you got to make sure you get to the next game in Bartlesville. And we'll be having homecoming pretty quick, Coach. It was a great first half. You come back and you see the great action of the Bixby Spartans.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show was brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, Arvest Bank, TTCU, Chick-fil-A, Central States Orthopedic Specialist, Henry Orthodontics, State Farm, Challenger Services, and by the Coaches Driving School. Get in the game.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, Tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest vest on you.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand.
Genghis Grill.
We like Adam, yes we do.
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account using our School Pride card.
Oh, Adam, you're so fine.
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with a School Pride card.
Our school gets a donation from TTCU when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best.
TTCU has more than 30 School Pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
Welcome back to Genghis Grill with this week's football show. We're here with Coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, Claremore came out pretty strong that first half, really played some pretty good defense, and they got an incredible athlete, Bacchus, number 7, free safety, and they moved him to quarterback. You know, he got injured, and, well, I sure hope he's all right.
I hope he's all right, too. He's a difference maker. He's Claremore's very best player, and I know they've been riddled with some injuries and things like that, so we hope the very best for Dustin Bacchus, number 7, who got hurt the other night. But they came out and they got after us a little bit. We had 2 3 and outs on offense, and we certainly don't like to start that way. And then then we finally were able to get something going. Tanner was able to find Kyle Ryan on a big play and kind of started getting the ball rolling just a little bit.
Well, they were obviously putting a lot of players inside that box. You're never going to stop Nick Roller, but boy, what a night Tanner Griffin had. And man, let's get right to that action.
Let's take a look. So first highlight here, taking a look, we're 3rd down and 14. Every offensive coordinator's nightmare right here, but we come back, great protection by the offensive line. Throw the double move. Tanner puts up a great ball and allows Kyle just to go up and get it right here. You'll notice us running the naked bootleg right here, and we hit Jared Kerr on the drag route right there, a nice 7-yard gain. Coming back here, running the spot screen, you'll notice number 7 not only played quarterback, he played free safety for him, and he was all over the place. There's Nick Roller getting some things going, getting a little momentum. Downhill, nice 8-10-yard run right there. Nick's had so many long runs. It seems like an 8 or 10 is not as effective, but 8 or 10, anything over 5 we love. So Tanner coming back here, throws an out route right here to Kyle Ryan. Great first down pickup right there. Comes back, Kel Malke, senior, practice player of the week, has a great play right there from his ex-wide receiver position. And then Taylor Ruth with his first field goal of the year. Taylor's been doing a great job place kicking for us. He's special teams player of the week. Come back right here, Adrian Micah doing a great job from his nickel linebacker position, making a great play on the power read right there from Dustin Backus. You see him scrambling around right there. We've seen a lot of talented quarterbacks, a lot of quarterbacks that can move around. Finally brought down by Casey Sade, Austin Grotz right here with the sack, causing a fumble. I tell you what, Austin's been doing a great job playing from his defensive end position. He's hard to block. We come back right here and we throw the sprint out screen right here. Kel Malke does a great job. We miss a block outside on their corner, and he does a good job breaking a tackle and getting upfield. Come back right here, J.J. Cantrell right there on the little spot screen outside. We come back, we hit a trap play behind Tyler Womack on the touchdown right here, first touchdown of the night for Big Nick Roller. They were doing a good job taking away our outside zone, so we were able to trap them a couple times the other night. Big Jed Stinson, Grady Hannafin closing from their defensive end positions. Getting great pressure right there. I think there are 4 guys that blew the quarterback up on that position. What a great play. Come back right here. Got their backup quarterback in now. You see us gang tackling their tailback, doing a phenomenal job getting a lot of blue shirts around. I tell you, our defense is playing with confidence. They're playing fast. Giving Kyle Ryan a little space here in the second quarter, and we do a good job taking advantage of what the defense gives us. Nick Roller on the stretch play. I think it's about a 20-yard gain. Nick had about 50 or 60 yards on the evening. Good night for Nick on pretty minimal carries. Right there, a little play action fake. And right there, we hit Connor Walker. Connor's just doing a phenomenal job. Had a big interception from his corner position. Tanner makes a big-time play right there, pulls the ball down, scrambles a little bit, and finds Kel Malke on the GO route. Doing a good job, play action pass right here, and we find Kel Malke on the throwback screen. Kel doing a good job getting in behind those big eaters. Zach Brown, Brandon Dyson getting into the end zone. I see Brandon Dyson celebrating with Kel Malke. That's extra credit points on his grades on Saturday. That's what we want to talk about. Big Austin Grotz right there, changing his number this week, mixing it up. He went to number 91, and you normally see him in number 8. And so anyway, I told Austin if he plays as well wearing 91, maybe I'd just stay with 91. So doing a good job here. Kyle Ryan running the curl route. Tanner doing a great job finding the open void in the zone defense. And then we come back right here. Taylor Ruth on another great field goal. It's nice to be able to have a kicker that can do a good job, that you have faith in kicking those field goals. Right there, Connor Walker on a big interception over on their sidelines. Big play right here, and so we come back immediately and we try to hit Kyle Ryan on the post route. Tanner does a good job putting a little bit of air under that ball, allowing Kyle to go get it. Good quick rally right there, all caused by that defense creating turnovers. Notice Jed Stinson in the middle right there. I notice Micah doing a really good job getting up inside and making big plays. We come back, defense gets 3 and out, makes them punt. Our offense does a fine job right here. We hit Kel Malke with a lot of space, and I tell you what, Kel's deceptively fast. A lot of teams don't realize how fast Kel is, but if you give him a little bit of room, he's going to pick up quite a few yards. Kel had just a tremendous night from his wide receiver position. I tell you, Tanner looks so comfortable back there at the quarterback position. Offensive offensive line doing a good job. Another touchdown right there to Kyle Ryan. A big key to it is having great pass protection, and that concludes the first half, and we go in up 33-3. So we're excited about that at halftime, Coach.
Coach, you got to be. The thing is, I was so impressed about was, said this before, you know, they filled the box to stop the running game, and then not only Tanner, but that offensive line protecting him, and how about those catches by the receivers?
Just phenomenal.
It is. It really is. It's a great deal, and I continually talk about the seniors and the effort they've been putting into this year. And so, you know, it started last spring or right after football last year. So, well, what an exciting half, and make sure you come back to see the second half right after this.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand. Genghis Grill.
At Matthews Ford, we know what's important. Those moments in life you hold on to. To always remember and protect. Matthews Ford has a new state-of-the-art facility in Broken Arrow, where we can help our customers make more of those moments. Come by and see us today. Matthews Ford.
Looking for free checking that isn't free of extras? It's as easy as finding your nearest Arvest bank. Our free Blue checking comes with lots of features, including free online and mobile banking, and the ability to deposit a check just by taking a picture of it with your smartphone. And since it's from Arvest, you'll have the freedom of more than 240 locations and convenient hours. You shouldn't have to pay for convenience. Switch to free Blue checking from Arvest Bank.
Welcome back to the second half of Genghis Grill Coaches Show with head football coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, you're winning 33-3, and you're going in at halftime. What do you tell the kids at that time?
Well, one of the things that we wanted to do, we wanted to come back out with all of our starters and do a really nice job of stopping them on defense, getting a 3 and out, and then coming back with a football on offense and putting together a great scoring drive. And then we felt like that would allow us enough cushion that we could get in some of our reserves and start getting some other guys some reps that needed. And when you become a really good football team, a lot of those twos, those number 2 guys, get reps when you're able to get a good lead on people. And so that was kind of what we talked about, and that's what we wanted to do.
Well, one of my favorite kids of all time, Nick Swanson, came in to replace Tanner Griffin, who had an incredible game. And Nick, boy, he looked pretty good out there.
No, you know, we were laughing. I think he averaged 15 yards a carry running the football and was their second leading rusher on the night. So he did a fine job. What a good kid, and good to see him do well when he comes in. Another talented sophomore. Let's go ahead and take a look at these second half highlights, Coach. Come back out here, that defense doing a good job. Quarterback tries to pull it down, and there's just really nowhere for him to go right there. Jake Spriggs, Jared Kerr from their outside linebacker positions doing a good job closing in. You'll notice Crest Woodward in there on that tackle. This one, Casey Sade. Those guys at inside linebacker are doing a really nice job of playing and filling and seeing things, being gaps down over on the other side of the ball. And I think right there that's Grady Hannafin in on the sack. Come back here on offense, and we do a good job. Tanner does a good job of finding Kyle with a little space on the slant. And, you know, Kyle just does his thing right here. He does a good job weaving in and out, setting up blocks. And one of the nice things we do when you have a long play like that is we don't block anybody in the back or block anybody behind the play. And that's always one of the things you worry about as a coach. Once again, Casey Sade doing a good job. Austin closing in from his defensive end position. That defense playing extremely well right now, and it's important that we continue to get better and continue to get more physical, and I think that's what they're doing. Crest Woodward in on another big tackle. Actually, I think that was Cody Adams. Cody doing a good job really growing up. Big Brendan Evers right there, sophomore defensive lineman, blowing the quarterback up from behind. A big hit. that defensive line is doing a good job. We've got 6 or 8 guys right now that we feel really good about rolling in, and that's good to keep those guys fresh. Here we go from our Apache blitz package and doing a good job. Creates a lot of confusion for the offense, and they're not sure who they're going to block. Coach Hicks does a good job putting a little pressure on their punter. Early on, we weren't putting any pressure on him, and he was really having some great kicks back there, so we put a little pressure on and he started to shank it. Here you'll see J.J. Cantrell doing a great job of filling that punt and doing a really fine job taking it to the house. And one thing I like to see right there, Adrian Micah hustling downfield, and he's being smart. He doesn't hit anybody in the back or behind the play because he knows we're going to score on it. So I think that's senior maturity, senior leadership. You'll notice Cody Adams right there closing from his defensive end spot. Once he gets a hand on you, you're probably going to be down because Cody's such a fine wrestler, and that carries over to football. Coming up right there from his linebacker position, Cress Woodward. Cress just has been a great linebacker ever since he's been a young guy in INFC, and then also a great golfer, believe it or not. So right there, coming up in on the tackle, Adrian Micah. Adrian, a senior, is just having a great night for us once again. You know, Micah, it looks like big Jared Neerman getting a JOP, starting to get a little action out at outside linebacker. Jared Neerman's going to be a good football player on both sides of the ball and handled some deep snapping duties last night on our punt team. Swanson comes back right here and puts a spot screen on Cade Cabanis. Cade's been doing a fine job from his wide receiver position. Then we come back with sophomore Ryan Matthews doing a good job running the inside zone. As we mentioned, Claremore have been overplaying the outside zone, and so some of the stuff up the middle is doing well. And right here, Swanson does a good job trusting his read and getting the ball out of bounds. Claremore coming back running the inside zone. Sophomore Cade Cannon in on the tackle there. Big Jordan Harbin, junior, good to see him getting some work. Jordan's doing a good job of growing as a football player. Right here, Broderick Hood in at tailback. He hits Andrew Dreyer out at wide receiver. Andrew doing a good job picking up some yards. Broderick Hood right here up the middle. You see Broderick does a good job showing off his speed. Broderick's a junior tailback for us, and he's doing a really good job of growing up and getting strong in the weight room. And then once again right there, you'll see Swanson pull it down, call his own number. So just a great game. 47-6 was the final score, and it's good to come out healthy with our first district win under our belt. I tell you what, Coach, some phenomenal stats on the evening. Let's go ahead and let's take a look. Total offense, Bixby 498 yards to Claremore's 144 total yards of offense. I tell you what, it was a good night rushing. Had several good rushing totals. Nick Roller, our leading rusher, had 9 carries for 47 yards. Ryan Matthews, 5 carries for 15. And our second leading rusher, as I mentioned, quarterback Nick Swanson, had 2 carries for 25 yards. He's got a 12.5 average. So proud of him with a 14-yard carry for his long. At quarterback, let's take a look at his stats. Tanner was 21 of 33 on the night, a 64% completion percentage. He threw for 372 yards and 4 touchdowns. And I tell you, the biggie was there were 0 interceptions on that. So anytime you're putting the ball in there that much, 33 times, no interceptions is a big deal. Our receiving on the night, Kyle Ryan had just a phenomenal night. 10 receptions for 241 yards. Kel Malky, 6 receptions for 83 yards. Connor Walker had 2 receptions for 18 yards, and J.J. Cantrell 1 for 16. So a very productive night there. We'd also like to go ahead and take a look at some of our defensive stats. Casey Sade leading all tackles right there with 15 tackles, had 4 tackles for loss. And you know, we want to at least get 5 every game as a team, so Casey had 4 of those all himself. Cress Woodward had 15 tackles on the night. Austin Grotz had 8 tackles on the night, and I think a big number that Austin's starting to rack up. He had 2 sacks on the evening. So just from a stats perspective, just a great evening, Coach.
Well, it was, and it is exciting. You know, of course, I always look for the future, and I'm not even going to talk about it right now, but what a great job I think our coaching staff has done also,
well,
Coach.
We appreciate that.
I mean, boy, it just seems like every adjustment is being made just perfect, you know. But when you got kids that, do what they're supposed to do, man, it's exciting to coach.
That's the biggest deal. You got to have good football players, good weapons, and then they also have to be coachable so you can get them in the right scheme. So we're getting close on that. Our kids are doing a great job.
Well, Coach, we got a lot of great players on the Bixby Spartans football team, but this week, the Car Country Player of the Week, man, he's special to my heart getting to watch him, man. And I thought Friday night he came out. We'll get to see that Car Country player right after this.
One place for all your insurance needs? Of course. See State Farm agent Mark Musser. Call or stop by today.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand.
Genghis Grill.
Are you Marcus Dupree?
Marcus Dupree? What's up, man? Woo!
It's Dupree.
Marcus Dupree plays for Car Country now. Dupree 24-month warranty. Dupree oil changes for life. Dupree roadside assistance.
Man, I could have spent 45 grand at one of them big dealerships.
Now what's your credit score?
I could have played in the NFL.
Locations in Bixby, Broken Arrow, Bartlesville, Claremore, and Sapulpa. Take advantage of Marcus Dupree.
It's Dupree.
You, me, and Marcus Dupree.
At Car Country by Nelson.
This week's Car Country Player of the Week, number 10, sophomore Tanner Griffin. Tanner, I watched you last year in baseball, watched you last year in football. Well, I tell you what, not only I thought that Friday night you've been great all, since I've been watching, but I thought Friday night was a special night for you.
Yeah, our offense had a big day. Our O-lineman really helped us out a lot.
Well, it's kind of like Nick Roller. I mean, they blocked for him there. How many sacks have you even had this year against you?
5, maybe. Not very many. They're stepping up big time.
Well, you got your linemen. Boy, man, you also have some great receivers. Tell me a little bit about them.
Well, full of seniors, but they get open easier than anybody I've ever seen. Make my job a whole lot easier, that's for sure.
Well, congratulations. You remind me of a lot of a sophomore quarterback I got to coach. Fortunate enough was Kevin Lamb, and man, I see you out there. Also, not are you the quarterback, but you are probably at one of the most important positions on the team as the punter. And boy, you've really done a good job there.
Thank you.
Well, good luck, for the rest of the year, and it's got to be exciting starting. Of course, you've already started for the baseball team, so you know what that's about. But good luck, and what do you think about Bartlesville? I mean, are you guys ready to go there?
Oh yeah, our confidence boosted definitely a lot last game, and I think we'll be going into this game rolling, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I'm proud of you and the rest of the Spartans. Good luck, with everything, and good luck academically, and a couple of years from now, we'll get to talk about where you're going to go to college.
Yes, sir.
So, boy, what a great night for Tanner Griffin, number 10, the quarterback, punter, whatever else you want him to play, and the Bixby Spartans. Boy, it was a great night of football, and we'll be right back with this week's Nelson Mazda Youth Team of the Week.
Are you Marcus Dupree?
Marcus Dupree? What's up, man? Woo!
It's Dupree.
Marcus Dupree plays for Car Country now. Dupree 24-month warranty. Dupree oil changes for life. Dupree roadside assistance.
Man, I could have spent 45 grand at one of them big dealerships.
Now what's your credit score?
I could have played in the NFL.
Locations in Bixby, Broken Arrow, Bartlesville, Claremore, and Sapulpa. Take advantage of Marcus Dupree.
It's Dupree.
You, me, and Marcus Dupree.
At Car Country by Nelson.
Smart people know huge model year-end savings can be found at JimNortonToyota.com. Hurry, take 0% financing for 60 months on new 2014 Tundras. 0 for 60, or pay just $199 a month. $199 a month for a new 2014 Tundra. And get Jim Norton Toyota's biggest discounts of the year. Plus, you always get a lifetime warranty at no extra charge from Jim Norton Toyota, 9809 South Memorial, where T-Town gets Toyota.
One place for all your insurance needs? Of course. See State Farm agent Mark Musser. Call or stop by today.
Matthews Ford, we know what's important. Those moments in life you hold on to. To always remember and protect. Matthews Ford has a new state-of-the-art facility in Broken Arrow, where we can help our customers make more of those moments. Come by and see us today. Matthews Ford.
Welcome back to Nelson Mazda, U Team of the Week, First Grade Red. Coach, tell us a little bit about First Grade Red.
Well, I tell you, First Grade Red is coached by Justin Allen. What a great group of young guys just starting to get into football. And I actually think one of their top players, Jackson Allen, is their quarterback, and he's actually a kindergartner. I know Justin, his dad, was a Division I football player for Southern Illinois and NEO before that, and is teaching those guys the right way and making it fun for them. And that's one of the things we always talk to our youth teams about. Find a way to make it fun for the kids, find a way to keep the kids out, because every kid in our program, we want to have a great experience so that they want to continue to play football, so that we'll have them, and we'll have those large roster numbers that make such a difference at the high school, Coach.
You know, a great example of not giving up on a kid because maybe he's not the running back in first grade or sixth grade. You never know what's going to happen. Chris Harris for the Denver Broncos is a great example of that. Yeah. He had to come to us. We were so smart, and he says, Coach, I'm pretty good. I can play. And sure enough, he was.
Yeah. Well, and then you take a guy like Nick Roller, and Nick was a tackle all the way up through 7th grade, because he was too dang big to run the ball. And so at 8th grade, he said, well, I think I can play tailback. And I think Coach Rogers is like, well, we'll give you a shot. You look like a tackle to me. And lo and behold, he takes the first carry of the distance, and the rest is history. So, yeah, you never know how those kids are going to turn out. So you keep coaching them, you keep encouraging them, and hope for the best.
Well, fortunately, you and I have learned from some great coaches that tell you got to start from the bottom and work up. And that bottom, like this team, it's first grade. It's first grade that we have in tackle football. And boy, it's just, it shows you what kind of teams that we have all the way up to now, because they come from that youth program.
Yeah, those little first graders are so cute too. They can barely hold that head up with that helmet on, and no, it's just fun, and it's fun to see those guys continue on to the championship at the end of the season.
Well, Coach, it was a great night for football. We got Bartlesville, and I'll tell you what, we need all you Bixby Spartan fans to travel to Bartlesville. Boy, Coach, it's important to have those fans there, aren't it?
Oh, it is, and especially when you're playing at a place like Custer Stadium up at Bartlesville. And I tell you, they got one of the best quarterbacks in the state, one of the best wide receivers, as well as a talented tailback. They're just a solid football team, and so it's going to be a group effort. We're going to need the community, we're going to need the kids to play well, and everybody be on the same page.
Well, good luck this week. If you can't make it, it'll be on AM 1170. But make sure you get there. The Bixby Spartans and Coach Montgomery need your support. We're 1-0 in conference. We need to get number 2. We'll see you next week.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show was brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, Arvest Bank, TTCU, Chick-fil-A, Central States Orthopedic Specialist, Henry Orthodontics, State Farm, Challenger Services, and by the Coaches Driving School. Get in the game.